Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're going to tackle Chapter 9, which is the final chapter for the Shadowlands 9.1 campaign, and it's going to be called What Lies Ahead. So since this is the culmination of the campaign, I'm hoping for something nice and juicy and meaty and interesting, because the last couple of weeks have been like an hour and a half to 2 hours long, so fingers crossed we've got something exciting here. Right, so the Primus has the quest. Oh, and we've got the weekly as well. Let's pick the weekly up from Talgalan first, and then we will begin. That way I'll remember to do that later. Hello Primus, what you got for me?
War is at hand.
Doorway in the dark. I fear our efforts to stop Torval have been thwarted, mortal. A doorway has been opened to a forbidden realm, and the Banished One has reclaimed a power taken from him long ago. I sense your allies returning from the Sanctum of Domination. I must know every detail of what transpired. Quest objective, speak to Jaina and witness the end of the battle in Torghast. So this is where the people coming back from the raid fits into the storyline at this point. So we need to speak to Jaina, so she should be arriving, I'll take it, in this location. So let's see what we're going to be shown.
We fight to save the Shadowlands. Your allies approach, mortal.
Oh,
We
Jaina
tried
and
to
Thrall.
stop her, to stop them both. We failed.
The jailer is gone, and he's taken Anduin with him.
Then the day I long dreaded has finally come to pass.
See, he already knew this was going to happen. And he's not explained it all to us. Tell me, what are you doing? I thought I knew what Sylvanas was capable of. I believed we could stop her and rescue Anduin. But the jailer had their upper hand all along. Witness the end of the battle. Oh, so wait, do we get to see the cutscene at the end of Torghast, even if you didn't go and do the raid? Yes, that looks like this is the cutscene from the end of the raid. Or at least part of it. So as we guess, the jailer, the sigil that the Arbiter was using was his. And all along they kept refusing to tell us what the sigils were, and he says they're the keys. So this realm is opened. That's what they were keys to open a forbidden realm. Now why couldn't people have told us that at the beginning of the story?
The way is open, Zobor! We already have what we need!
Yes, definitely not happy about people being told to know.
The Maker's flawed design.
He's a second Sargeras, isn't he? Yeah, see, she never wanted anybody to serve, but I don't understand how she could possibly have followed the jailer for this long and not realised he wanted everybody to serve him. That makes absolutely no sense. And knowing that about him, she would never have followed him, so I'm afraid the whole story makes no sense.
I will never.
And the fact that she brings him Anduin to make Anduin serve him, it just doesn't fit the storyline of her. See, Sylvanas is still one of my favourite characters, and I really, really hate what they've done with her in BFA and Shadowlands. And it doesn't even fit with her character, it's just, so sad. At least she gets part of the memories back, so hopefully that's a good thing. Not sure they can redeem Sylvanas at this point. They've took her too far away, sadly.
To witness reality's end.
I can hope we can get more story with Anduin in this expansion, even if we can't save him.
Cannot
Maybe have him deal a blow right at the end of the losing or something, maybe. Yeah, see, they said they didn't manage to stop anybody, but they've kind of got Sylvanas in captivity. They didn't mention that as they got back to the Primus. That's a slight oversight as well.
What would you ask?
And what have they done with her? Jaina appears sad but resolute. We still have hope. Really? A symbol of hope. Before Anduin followed the jailer through the gateway, he dropped something. I don't think this was part of the jailer's plan. It must be a sign that Anduin's soul is still his own. Oh, wouldn't that be worse if he's being controlled and he's still himself inside? That would be even worse. Jaina opens her hand to show you a golden compass. This was very personal to Anduin. I feel his presence upon it. Yes, it's the thing he gave his dad and we gave back to Anduin after his dad's death. We recovered it from the broken shore. We need to know why he left it for us. Quest objectives. Assist Jaina in examining Anduin's compass.
Jaina, what was it that Anduin left behind?
His compass.
It was a gift to his father. Varian had it with him just before we fought the Legion on the broken shore. I don't believe Anduin dropped it by accident. He must have wanted us to find it.
As a sign that he hasn't been fully dominated by the jailer's power?
I believe it's more than that. I sense an enchantment upon the compass. Perhaps Anduin used the light to leave us a message. Bolvar,
a message.
Will you help us examine the compass?
Of course, Jaina.
Yes, tell us where to go. Tell us where we're going. Let's have a look.
The compass is imbued with a memory.
I sense it too. Very clever, Anduin. What did you want us to see?
Oh, another cutscene then, because it's a memory. Okay, let's see what he wants us to know. Give us some good intel, old Dean. That compass keeps coming back, doesn't it? On the storyline. Ah,
the battle is almost upon us. I will deal with the invading forces atop Torghast. When we reach Oribos, you will defend Zoval while he completes the ritual.
You mean he will compel me to defend him?
Yeah, see, that doesn't fit her character. She doesn't want people to dominate people.
I feel myself slipping further away. Is this what you felt when Arthas raised you, Sylvanas?
That is exactly my point.
Hollow.
She wouldn't do that to somebody.
Empty. Everything you once were. Consumed by darkness.
Yes, young lion. But in the end, the sacrifices we've made will have been worth it.
See, if she truly believed that, she wouldn't have shut the arrow at him.
Once the cycle of life and death has been broken and remade, we will...
By that time, I'll have been lost. And so will you. I only hope my friends will remember me as I was.
So this is actually his farewell.
Made me.
He's not expecting to come back. We're being warned we're losing him?
No, Anduin. We won't lose you. I swear it.
So Jaina's lost another friend. Seems to happen to her a lot, poor woman. She keeps losing everybody. Can she get to keep someone, please?
The way forward will not be easy.
Tears fall from Jaina's eyes. We cannot lose him, T, no matter what it takes. Sorry, Jaina. I think we're going to lose another one. Oh, bless. Poor girl.
The Alliance will endure.
There is much to be done.
Covenants renewed. Our efforts were focused on preventing the jailer from shattering the barrier around the moor and invading the rest of the Shadowlands. Instead, he expanded the moor itself to envelop Oribos and claim the Arbiter's Sigil. So basically he keeps doing things that we don't expect him to and we're not prepared to defend against. I do not fully understand what we witnessed atop Torghast, but the Primus certainly does. It is time to enact his contingency plan. The Covenants will arrive with their sigils shortly. Inform the Primus that we are ready to begin. Speak to the Primus, then claim these sigils from each Covenant, and we'll get some anima and an emblem of renown. Oh, an emblem of renown? That's early. That can't be the end of the final chapter already, surely.
More will be required.
Don't we need to enact the Primus's plan? Isn't that going to be chapter 9? I'm kind of expecting to go after them at least part of the way, to build us up to whatever comes in 9.2. Which will be where we have the big battle, really, won't it? Your efforts have helped the Covenants remember their sacred purpose. The new sigils they have manifested will allow me to forge a key to follow Zoval to the land of the First Ones. Are you ready to begin?
You must not
signal
falter.
the Covenants to bring the sigils.
Zoval may have won the battle, but he will not win the war. We stand united in purpose, and together we shall claim victory. Covenants of the Shadowlands, step forward.
Right, so the Covenants have brought the sigils, and we've finally been told that the sigils of the Covenant and the Arbiter form a doorway to the land of the First Ones. Now, if they'd have told us that right at the beginning when we were trying to defend the sigils, it would have given us more of an incentive to work harder to defend it and to make the new sigils, wouldn't it? Kind of an important piece of information we should have been given earlier. Right, so we want to grab these sigils. It says we need to claim the sigils. So if we get the sigils and give them to the Primus, then hopefully we can follow the jailer and Anduin, and I'll try and save Anduin and stop the jailer. So the question is do we do that now, or do we do that in 9.2, or is the whole of the next expansion going to be the land of the First Ones?
I present the Devotion of Bastian.
Oh, so some people have got a little line and some haven't. Oh, it's only Uther's got the line. Oh.
The hour of battle
We
is
don't have
upon
a
us.
sigil
If
from
we
the
fail,
Arbiter. Have you got
all
one?
will be four covenants united. Our hope stands renewed. Our enemy is relentless.
Excellent, mortal. You have done your part. Now my work
The
begins.
covenants must stand as
There you go.
one.
What lies ahead completed.
What we
Chains of
witnessed
dominance
in the
completed.
Arbiter's chamber. It was beyond mortal understanding.
Once, Zoval stood among us as the Arbiter. Yet, he defied the will of the First Ones, and sought to unmake the balance of the cosmos.
Which was
For
why he
his
cast the law
crimes, we stripped our brother of his power,
and made the
and
Arbiter.
bound him to the maw. It was I who scribed the runes of domination upon his flesh.
Ah, that's why
We
he locked you
used
away.
Zoval's anima to construct a new arbiter, one that would be dispassionate and just. I should have realized that he would never stop fighting to reclaim his power,
Of course he
and
wouldn't.
see his schemes through to their bitter end.
What will his next move be?
Zoval pursues the secrets locked within the sepulchre. Should he find the knowledge he seeks, all that you know will be undone.
So can we go there and
Four
stop him?
sigils represent the renewed hope of the Covenants. I will use them to forge a key. Though I must find something to replace the Arbiter's sigil.
Oh, you
Keep
haven't got
pressing
it?
the attack against the Jailer's forces. When the key is ready, I will call for you.
Oh,
Death
we're going to have to wait till
comes for the soul
9.2.
of your world, mortal. But together, we may yet save it.
Oh, and he's got a big portal. He's gone through a portal. Oh, so the Primus has walked away. We don't have a way to do anything. Oh, okay, some people have got some text. Let's see what everybody's got to say.
And found only anger.
Uther reaches towards the wound beneath his chest plate. When Arthur struck me down, Frostmourne shattered my soul, but it was not divided into one part that was noble and another part that was cruel. Rather, it was as if a portion of my consciousness remained frozen in time while the rest of my soul carried on. To feel that missing fragment restored, well, it has caused me to reflect upon many of the choices I have made. Yeah, he's had a bad story. Stay a while and listen.
By the light! Jaina Proudmoore! Is that you?
Uther?
Oh, we get to see some interactions between people.
Kyrian! Of course, it suits you.
I barely recognized you, my lady. The last time we spoke, was it?
Stratholme. After the calling.
I remember.
One of his memories.
You still think of him too, don't you? Even after all these years.
I've tried to put the past behind me. Now, with what's been done to Anduin, all those painful memories have flooded back again.
Memories
she's lost another friend.
are like mirrors. They show us parts of ourselves. Sometimes parts we'd like to forget. But you can choose what lessons to carry forward and what to leave behind.
I love
Good advice, Uther.
As did I. Take that love with you, Jaina. Let it lend you strength in dark times.
Thank you, Uther. Can you stay a while and talk? There's so much I'd like to share.
Oh, it's nice to get to see them together and to get some interactions and some closure and some advice from different people. That's kind of cool. Talgalan, Keeper of Secrets. It's good to have you here, Walker. Stay a while and listen.
Greetings, my friend.
Oh, Venari.
Friend? The elusive Venari has no friends.
I have been woefully misrepresented. I can be a good friend, a useful friend to those in need. And everyone is in need of something.
She's got a point there.
More than most from what I hear. In fact, I imagine this conversation is merely a pretext for you to inquire what I know of Zereth Mortis.
Do you not long to see the realm of the first ones for yourself?
That's what she was trying to get. Chance to go there.
Perhaps, if the purpose wills it.
Were you not assigned to court here for your intellect, your curiosity? Perhaps your purpose, my friend, is not to hoard knowledge, but to share it with those who would put it to use.
Ooh, Zinger.
I admit there are so many theories to explore, so many discoveries to be made. No, I will not think of it. Be gone, broker. I need nothing from you.
Not today, perhaps, but one day you will. And when that time comes, I look forward to doing business.
Oh, I think the business line at the end kind of ruined her point. She's telling him he should share his knowledge. That was a good one, but the business just reminds him of why he doesn't like her. So that was an interesting interaction, but not quite perfect, I think. Right, so, wait, we just got the achievement for what lies ahead, yet it's still saying 8 of 9. It should have saying 9 of 9. That's a little bit weird. Let's have a little wander around, see if we can find any more interactions and see if we missed something, but we definitely got the achievement. It popped up. Maybe it's a bug. We'll look into that a little bit later. There's a little quest here. Look, there's a book on the floor with a marker. A loose thread. A book appears to have been recently knocked off the table from the nearby Venthyr encampment. The Venthyr would likely appreciate you returning it to them before one of the grommets uses it for nesting material. Pick up the tone. Oh. Oh,
Did you truly
Mal'Ganis?
believe you were my only means of escape, mortal? I offered you an opportunity, one that you blithely refused.
Well, of course we refused.
You paid the price for crossing me. But first, there are more important matters that demand my attention. So enjoy this brief reprieve. It is the last you will ever know.
He's gloating. Don't warn your enemies that you're coming for them. It appears you and Morganis are not done with one another. When you finally confront the jailer, you are certain the Dreadlord will be there as well. See, all these little interactions feel like a lot of stories being skipped because of the pandemic and all the delays that's brought. I think they're trying to tell the story in little snippets, so it's all condensed to the point where we're missing all the fun stuff. I have to say I feel rather disappointed with this final chapter. It doesn't feel substantial and it feels a little cut short.
Well met.
And made less than it should be, maybe. Thrall and Draka. Seeing the fate that awaits mortal souls in the Shadowlands, the chance to get to know my mother, it has caused me to reflect on choices I have made. See, everybody's reflecting and thinking now. Stay a while and listen.
You've told me many stories of your life, Goel. It seems some of the memories trouble you.
Yes. I spoke of Garrosh, son of Gromarsh Hillscream. I'd hoped to spare him from a darkness his father knew. But instead, I fear I'm to blame for the ruin he unleashed.
Fate sets a course before each of us. How are you to blame for the destiny he wrought?
I took him from Nagrand. I made him war chief. But when he needed me most, I left him to falter. And in the end, it was my hand that struck him down.
Your father used to say that a wolf decides whether to come when called, or to turn on its master. There is no fault, only nature taking its course. Garrosh shows his path, my son.
But I set him upon it.
You offered him a choice. You did not choose for him. Mourn if you must, for his decisions are not your burden to bear. His path ended. Yours moves onward.
Onward. Yes. There is much to be done. Thank you, Mother.
Yes, so everybody's got regrets, but the only thing you should really regret is making poor choices yourself. You don't control everyone else. Oh, Alexandros Mograine and Darian Mograine, father and son. Another interaction. Let's see what they've got to say.
All is not lost.
One can only wonder how many secrets were lost forever when the jailer ensnared Korthia within the moor. The toll of his misdeeds truly has no end. Stay a while and listen.
We are unyielding.
So, Tyrion Fordring took up the Ashbringer in my absence.
Yep.
I can think of few more worthy.
Indeed. He met the Lich King in battle. He shattered Frostmourne itself.
And yet you sought to raise him into undeath. Why deny him the rest he had earned?
I once told Tyrion that only a silver hand can wield an ebon blade. We needed a fourth horseman, one to lead the others. He seemed the right choice.
It appears fate chose differently. This is not the legacy I meant to leave you, Darian.
You taught me to defend that which I hold dear. I'm proud to carry on such a legacy.
And
See,
I am
he made
proud
the
of
choice.
You, my son.
Yeah. See, even if you don't choose the way your family expect you to, they can still be proud of you. So it's an interesting story, not the way I expected it to play out, and I must say I'm a little bit disappointed with the chapter. So I've had a little investigate about this, what lies ahead, not crediting in the quest log. So as you can see, it still says 8 of 9, and what lies ahead is still in white here in the quest log itself. But if you go to the achievements, the Chains of Domination is fully completed, look, and the what lies ahead here has definitely been credited. So it does seem to be a bug that it's not quite crediting everyone in the quest log. So if you do get that, we're hoping that that will get fixed as we go along, because you can see that it's credited here for the Chains of Domination. So hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. From Sofkita99, goodbye and happy gaming!